I'm careful with money, but I'm not willing to save 10 euros today if it increases my chances of a bigger problem later on. These are three things that I spend my money on without any hesitation, and the second one might be something that almost everyone underestimates. Let's talk about it. The first one is something that people underestimate so much in the summer. You would be surprised, but as I said in one of my previous shorts, the Netherlands is actually in between the fourth to the sixth country in the world with most skin cancer incidences in the entire world. It means that in principle, 1 out of 5 Dutch people get skin cancer at some point in their life. Every year, every summer, I see people get badly sunburned or get very, very tan and treat it like it's part of having fun in the summer. The thing is that your skin remembers these sunburns that you get and these sun exposure moments where you're tanning, which is literally your body's reaction to damage. It's trying to prevent it. It's not going to be 100% successful. The thing is that UV exposure, and you've all heard this, it causes damage, and over time, that damage increases your risk of skin cancer. And you can see that a lot in young people. For example, in Australia, skin cancer isn't just a concern for lighter skinned people. People with darker skin can also develop cancer, skin cancer, but they have, in fact, it's a bit sad, but they have, in fact, a higher probability of being diagnosed later on, mostly because the risk is underestimated or people don't check their skin regularly with the doctors. I think sunscreen is one of the cheapest investments you can make. Actually, a bottle will run you between 10 and 20 euros. It's not cheap most of the time, but it is maybe one of the best investments you can make for your future. Now, the second thing I'll say that you will never catch me being cheap on is healthcare. Think about this for a second. We insure cars, we insure our phones, we insure houses. But at the end of the day, the thing that allows you to earn money, to enjoy your life, and do everything else is literally your body. And it is maybe the most valuable thing that you have, literally, because it is your life. And for example, something that I have zero problems with is that if I have anything that basically seems a bit odd, I will schedule a meeting with the GP. I will schedule a meeting with a physical therapist. And something that people ignore a lot, but for example, the health of your teeth, let me remind you, without teeth, you don't eat, literally. And it costs way more if all of these fall off to get a prosthesis, a prosthetic, to get some teeth in, than it ever will to schedule yourself a dental cleaning, which is what your dentist recommends you do 1 to 2 times per year. Just pause on that 1 second because it is mind-blowing to me. And I think it's extremely important. Previously, I lived in France before, and there it's very, very normal to get doctor's appointments for like a regular checkup, maybe once a year, if not more. And I just think that this is so underrated, and I just think it's incredibly underrated by many people in the entire world, to be honest with you. I understand it's expensive, but it's still your life. So yeah, don't ignore the symptoms. Preventative care, like your vaccines, for example, if you're traveling somewhere in the world, like if you live in Europe and you want to go to Africa, make sure you have those vaccines done. Like, what are the recommended vaccines? Ask your GP, ask even the KLM medical, whatever it is. And you would not believe, but sometimes small symptoms just hide much bigger problems. So it's important to also consult your doctor if something different has happened to you recently. I'm not saying you should get every test imaginable, but if something feels wrong, I would rather spend money finding out than to save money and hope it disappears. I don't know about you. I'm not frugal at all about is, it might sound a bit ridiculous, but it's my sleep. I would say the last 6 months, maybe starting from November, so maybe a little bit less, I have not slept very well, but I've been working on trying to improve my sleep as a consequence. And for example, I very recently purchased a $40 sleeping mask. Like previously, I had been feeling extremely, extremely tired, and now I sleep so much better. You would not believe how much I feel serene, less anxious these days. Now that I've been wearing the sleeping mask. I've also invested, for example, in bed sheets that are, I say invested, I just bought it. It's not an investment, but it is an investment to my sleep, I guess. I bought some very nice bed sheets as well that help me stay cool with these hot days. I also bought a fan that I can plug in at night and that is very quiet. Yeah, this is something that I consider is non-negotiable for me at the moment. Alright, so those were things where I do not skimp at all on the money. But I think it's important, at least in my opinion. I see it as saving is important in my life, but I think it's also I see it as very important to spend on things that make sense and save on things that make sense. So being very intentional with money. I mean, at the end of the day, something that I always try to remember is that my life is priceless. So this is where I choose to be very intentional with my money. All right. So with that, thank you so much for watching. If you're interested if you like the content you see in this channel, please feel free to subscribe. And if you are interested in seeing more content like this, then please feel free to see my channel. I have a really nice video on what I've done with my savings recently. Another one also on simple habits and behaviors that I have, which quietly saved me a lot of money in the long run. So if you're interested, please go check this out. And with that, ciao.